Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in today. I am finally going to provide an update on my long-term 2021 Ford F-150 PowerBoost. That is the hybrid powertrain pickup truck. It's been a while. There's been a lot of ups and downs with this truck, and I'm going to explain to you why this little piece of plastic is the last thing preventing me from saying that this truck has been pretty much perfect for the last like 15,000 miles. I also want to thank Megaohm Motorsports for providing the solution for this stupid little piece of plastic. Let's go out to the garage. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. This is the fuel filler, and as you can see, I cannot get this door opened. What you do is come over and hit this fuel door open button. After I go through all of the messages, fuel door opened. So right now it thinks the fuel door is opened, but it is not. That is because this is the latch that is needed for it to release. There is also a rubber boot, which I currently have in this clamp because it had to be super glued back together. It ended up tearing with the amount of times that I've had to redo this whole setup. So what's happened previously to me, and I actually have a video of this in my driveway when I opened the door, just kind of shooting out the fuel filler door.
Hmm. 13 feet.
Today, when I was filling up at Costco, I actually had it fall off completely, and I've had this Megaohm Motorsports solution in my office for really several weeks before the holidays, but with all that, it just kind of got put off. So I thought, well, today's a great day to do this fix. So let's get to it, fix the fuel filler door, and then we'll talk about how this truck has been really since I got it back from the shop quite a while ago. There we go. The actual plastic piece that mounts into broke off. This is actually a two-piece component. There's a key here. This pushes in there, and then it just snaps on. The problem is it also snaps off. And this just goes in and basically twists in place here, but it doesn't stay in that fuel filler door. It just constantly comes out. So this is supposed to engage in here. So now when I hit that button, you should see it rocket across the garage. That's what's happened to me on several occasions. And then you can't lock the fuel filler door and you get a bunch of errors on the dash. Try our little plastic pry piece, but I believe you can do this with a screwdriver as well. There we go. Oh, perfect. So the fuel filler door just comes off, and now we will take our billet aluminum pin, which is all a one-piece component, which will not fall apart. Put our rubber boot over that. That ain't going nowhere. Closed. And released. Now we'll just slide this. Okay, so it's been about 6,000 miles now since I've had this truck back after getting the EGR cooler replaced. And yes, the vehicle, the truck, it was in the shop for 65 days for that. That went in about 17,000 miles, and it was not a fun experience. But I will say, I'll basically just leave it at Ford did take care of the problem. In the last 6,000 miles, I've had no issues. And you guys have seen a ton of videos where I have just continued building out the truck that I had anticipated or intended to build out when I bought this thing. Being the hybrid powertrain, I was really sold on the ability to have this thing running on construction sites without burning fuel, and that was the initial intent. However, now I work from home, so the needs have drastically changed, but with that, I still wanted to kind of go through exactly what I intended for this truck, and I have since done that. You guys have seen me make quite a few videos in terms of the build series, which has been an absolute blast. It's not complete yet. I think my last critique with some of the Ford stuff is on the tech side, they really promised a lot of updates with the Blue Cruise self-driving feature, hands-free feature. It's been very, very slow. I've actually had to do a lot of updates myself with the OBD2, I think it's called Mongoose, that I bought. Very expensive just to keep the truck updated. Don't have to do that, but part of buying a truck with all the tech was wanting to make sure it was up to speed. So when I first bought the truck, it was in for some service stuff. There was a computer module that had to be replaced. I also had a check engine light come up that threw a code relative to the vehicle not warming up fast enough. I think it was a fluke code that I probably could have just left alone, but being how cheap thermostats are and how easy they are to replace, I just went to the Ford dealer, bought a new thermostat, replaced it myself. I didn't even film it. The guy at the counter was like, "Isn't this thing under warranty still?" And I was still really on the heels of having the truck in the shop for 2 months. I was like, I'm not giving this to anybody to do such a simple thing like a thermostat. I'll do it myself with Ford parts, and that way it still should be covered under warranty should there be any issues. But again, just super easy to do, and I think it was just a fluke code. But in case that was a situation where the thermostat was being stuck opened, which I think it potentially might have been, that was maybe around 18,000 miles, 20,000 miles, somewhere in that range. As I'm filming this video today, the truck has 23,558 miles on it. Bought it back in June of 2021. So I've had it now for just about a year and a half. And it's been a journey, I'll say. But all in, I have to say that this, riding on highway has been great. The suspension upgrades I've done have been even better. It's been a really good road trip vehicle. I have taken it now to LA twice, and it performed fine. So I'm actually going to be taking it very soon to LA again, and hopefully, knock on F-150, no problems there. So again, just wanted to make a quick update here and share with you guys that the truck has been solid since I got it back for the most part. Aside from that random thermostat issue and this stupid fuel filler door problem, which is like literally a penny in terms of the piece that is failing. But Megaohm Motorsports does sell the solution for that, which is a billet aluminum piece that replaces that whole component. Very much a necessary upgrade, because if you don't have that, what happens with the PowerBoost in particular, if you lose that piece, that little plastic piece, the truck actually will not go into hybrid mode. It'll keep the motor on all the time, and eventually it will throw a check engine code similar to if you don't tighten a traditional gas cap because of vacuum issues. Definitely a very much needed fix. I'll link it in the description down below. Highly suggest you check them out. Megaohm Motorsports also makes a component to deactivate the pedestrian alert speaker, which is very annoying in these PowerBoosts. I ended up having to remove mine anyhow to fit the aftermarket intercooler, which I don't regret. Truth be told, you can actually hear these trucks approaching silent because they're trucks and the tires make enough road noise in and of themselves to alert people that you are in motion. I could see where some of those audible alert systems on some passenger cars might be more necessary, where there isn't really enough road noise generated to alert people that you're in motion. So Megaohm Motorsports does make a kit where you can deactivate it, or even more compelling, a kit where you can turn it on or off. So with that, I will link them in the description down below. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. See you guys next time.